Hi Yolande, thank you so much for joining us here on Newsround. First off, can you just tell me where you are and what it's like there?
Well, this is Jerusalem, and looking around me, it's pretty calm right now, but we have had some tense moments even in just the past week. I'm only about an hour's drive here as well from Gaza, which is where there's been so much of the fighting in the past year. And next to Gaza, in the south of Israel, well, that's where these attacks happened 1 year ago on the 7th of October.
Yes, and as you say, it was a year ago when the war started. Can you tell us how it began?
Well, on the 7th of October last year, it was early in the morning, we got these warnings about rockets being fired by Palestinian fighters in Gaza. Now, unfortunately, that is something that's happened quite a lot in the past. It didn't seem so unusual at first, but very soon it was clear this was a very shocking day. A lot of things happened that had never happened before, and there were hundreds of gunmen who broke out of Gaza and they attacked people in southern Israel. Very soon, Israel was hitting back inside Gaza.
And Yolande, can you bring us up to date with what's happening now in Gaza and in Israel?
Yeah, it's been a really terrible year for people. I mean, Israel has been bombing Gaza, but it also sent its soldiers in there on the ground. And most families in Gaza had to leave their homes. You now have children who are living in tent camps. A lot of people have been killed and hurt. And on the Israeli side, people still feel so much shock about what happened on the 7th of October. Most of the children who were taken hostage by Hamas were released last November, but there are still a lot of grown-ups who are being held. This is not over yet.
The fighting has now spread elsewhere. It's happening in Lebanon, and last week Iran attacked Israel. Can you tell us a bit more about this?
Yeah, there is now fighting between Israel and a Lebanese group called Hezbollah. Now, these are old enemies, but the violence at the moment is linked back to the war in Gaza. And what we've seen in the past couple of weeks is some of the same things happening, and families in Lebanon have had to leave their homes looking for safer places. And because of all that's happening, another country in this region, Iran, fired nearly 200 rockets at Israel in the past few days. Now, Israel has a way of protecting itself. It managed to shoot most of those rockets down, but it was a sign that this is a war that is getting bigger, although it's staying in the Middle East.
Finally, can you see a way that this conflict will come to an end?
I mean, different countries in this region, the United States, the UK, they've all been making big efforts to try to get a ceasefire deal that would also bring home those hostages who remain in Gaza. So far, they haven't managed to do that. But there have been a lot of wars in this region over the years, and ultimately those have come to an end, and there is now a lot more focus as well internationally on how you get a lasting peace here.
Thank you so much, Yolande. It was great to talk with you.
When bad things happen, it's totally normal to feel upset and worried. To think things like, why did this happen? Could this happen to me? Could this happen to my family and friends? Am I safe? It can be useful to remember that sometimes worrying events are in the news because they don't happen very often, and that it's very unlikely that you or anyone you know will be affected by them. So what should you do if you're feeling sad and anxious? Talk about it. You could speak to your parents, a teacher, or an adult you can trust. They can reassure you and help you feel better. And remember, when things like this happen, most people are there to help.